This is lecture 47 according to your lesson plan, and in this lecture we are going to discuss about the mobile data networks. Okay, so basically जो data हम use करते हैं, okay, कौन सा data के use करते हैं, कौन से हमारे पास network available होते हैं इस mobile data के लिए, we will going to discuss about this. So overall you can see over here the one flow diagram is available, okay, and level wise explanation is given here. Okay, so mobile data network is divided into three frequency spectrum, that is the independent, shared and overlay. So if I talk about the independent, okay, we will discuss some of the important data network. So independent case, we have two bands, licensed band and unlicensed band. And in licensed one, example is ARDIS, mobile tech, and example of this unlicensed bands is RICOCAT. And if I talk about this shared, so we have this CDPD, and this is important. Okay, so we will discuss about this CDPD, cellular digital packet data shared with AMPS. In overlay, you have heard about this GPRS and SMS. Okay, so this GPRS is example of overlay on traffic channel, and this SMS is signaling channels overlay. So starting with your CDPD. Now this cellular digital packet data, CDPD. You can see over here, the CDPD is a set of service for first and second generation. Okay, means 1G and 2G generation की हम बात कर रहे हैं basically, जब हमारा cellular concept आया था 2G में. So generation US cellular system and uses a full 30 kilohertz AMPS channel. Okay, so this is important point for your MCQ based. Okay, what is your channel size? That is your full 30 kilohertz AMPS channel on a shared basis. CDPD provides mobile packet data connectivity to existing data network and other cellular system without any additional bandwidth requirement. So there is no integration. You have required only integration with the existing technology. Okay, it also capitalizes on the unused airtime which occurs between the successive radio channel assignment by the MSC. Okay, when the MSC is assigned the channel, okay, so at that time this CDPD we can use. CDPD directly overlays with existing cellular architecture. I already told you that. Okay, and uses existing base station equipment, making it simple and inexpensive to install. Okay, so if you remember, if I talk about this 2G, okay, जब हम 3G पे गए तो हमने उस 2G के जो communication system था उसी को हमने integrate किया. So वहाँ भी हमें क्या ज़्यादा changes नहीं करने पड़े hardware के case में. Okay, so the CDPD is also अगर मैं बात करूँ, आपने जो packet radio switching पढ़ा है, that is somewhere is connected this CDPD, क्योंकि वहाँ पे भी हम जो data transmit करते थे in the form of the packet. So same thing we are discussing over here. CDPD occupies voice channel purely on a secondary non-interfering basis, and packet channels are dynamically assigned. Each CDPD channel is duplex in nature. So remember, the CDPD channels are duplex in nature. Basically, we are discussing about when we are going to transmit our data rather than in voice, because we all of you know that there are two type of data we want to transmit, that is voice, and second one is a packet data that is used for your internet accessing. Okay, now each CDPD simplex link occupies the 30 kilohertz radio frequency channel, and data sent at the 19.2 kbps. Okay, so the data rate you have to remember in the case of CDPD is 19.2. In this 0.5 GMSK modulation is used, so the modulation technology here we are using the GMSK. उसके बाद now you can see over here, this is the CDPD network is defined here. So mobile end station, this MES over here. After that, the mobile your database station is here. So rather than explaining in terms of BTS BSC, okay, we are explaining in terms of the data point of view. So mobile database station is available here, and that is connected with the intermediate service server for CDPD traffic. Okay, so you can see over here MDIS is available over here. So that is the fixed end system where you want to access your data. Means you are generating the request from here, and you can say the server is available here. Okay, so these are the your interface, internet or SOHINET. These are the interface. Through these are connected your fixed system and this MDIS. So this is the your network architecture of this the CDPD network. Now, if I talk about the next one, that is important, your GPRS. Okay, General Packet Radio Service, GPRS. We already had a discussion little bit about this GPRS. This GPRS provides packet mode transfer for application. So we have already discussed about this. This GPRS is working on the transmission of the packet, okay, packet data. Such as frequent transmission of small volume or infrequent transmission of a small or medium volume. Compared to existing data transfer service, GPRS should use the existing network resource more efficiently for packet mode application. So that is a more efficient process or technology in case of the transmitting your packet data. GPRS also allow broadcast, multicast, and unicast service. Okay, network provides typically support this mode by charging on volume and not on connection time as usual traditional GSM data service use. Now the next, if I talk about the main concept of the GPRS. So for the new GPRS radio channel, the GSM system can allocate between 1 and 8 time slots within a TDMA frame. So if you have TDMA, so 1 and 8 time slots have been allocated in this TDMA frame. Time slots are not allocated in a fixed predetermined manner, but on demand. So the system is dynamic over here. All time slots can be shared by the active users. Up and downlink are allocated separately. So the uplink your and downlink bandwidth or at particular which frequency they are working is allocated separately. Allocation of these slots is based on the current load and the operator preference, means how much load is available. Okay, on this basis allocation is done. Depending on the coding, a transfer rate up to 170 kbps is possible. So maximum data rate in this GPRS is 170 kbps. For GPRS operates often reserve at least time slots per cell to guarantee a minimum data rate. Okay, so minimum data rate एक particular fix होता है कि इससे कम data rate allocate नहीं होगा in this case of GPRS. If I talk about the GPRS architecture, so you can see over here the GPRS architecture, how these are connected. So somewhere it is same like your UMTS जो हमने पढ़ा था. Okay, so basically उसी तरह का पूरा architecture है, and it is somewhere also you can relate with the GSM architecture. Okay, so these are the function. The GPRS architecture introduced two new network, that is your element which is called the GPRS support node, GSN. All GSN are integrated into the standard of GSM architecture. So you can see somewhere it is related with the GSM architecture. So you can compare with this. And many new interfaces have been defined. The gateway GPRS supports nodes. Another gateway is GGSN, is the interworking unit between the GPRS network and the PDN network, okay, your packet data network. So all this SGSN, GGSN is available, and this GGSN is directly connected to your packet data network. VLR, all of you know, that is your visitor location, home location register. MSC is available. MS station, BSS station. But here you can see more number of your here interface is available. That is, if I talk about the between the this BSS and MS EUM interface, this BSS and SGSN is connected with the GB. This SGSN and GGSN connected with the GN. Okay, so these and this also SGSN as SGN is connected with the GN. So these are the your interface is available, and here you can see GI interface is available. So this is the your architecture of the GPRS. Okay. Now the next one is the your edge. Okay, edge means your enhanced data rate for GSM evolution. So that is also used in the case of the your GSM. So basically it is used for enhancing the data rate. Enhanced data rate for GSM evolution, okay, also known as the enhanced GPRS, EGPRS, or IMT single carrier, IMT SC, or enhanced data rates for global evolution, is a digital mobile phone technology that allows improved to data transmission rate as backward compatibility extension of the GSM. So these are the sub name of this technology: EGPRS, IMT single carrier, IMT SC. Okay, for this edge technology. Edge was firstly designed by this A&T lab in 2003. Okay. Through the introduction of the sophisticated method of coding and transmitting data, Edge deliver higher bit rate per radio channel. So that is providing higher bit rate per radio channel, resulting in the therefore increase of the capacity performance compared with the an ordinary GSM. As requires no hardware, no software changes to be made in GSM core network. Okay, so we have required some changes. Okay, some integration is has to be done in this GSM core network. As compatible transfer receiver unit must be installed and station substation. Okay. जैसा GSM हमारा कोर नेटवर्क में होता है उसी के सपोर्ट में ये वाला पॉइंट यहाँ पे मेंशन है. If the operator already has this in place, the network can be upgraded edge by activating an optimal software feature. Now it is using Gaussian minimum shift key, okay, and use this in 8 bit PSK over here. Okay. So this is the edge architecture. Okay. Now, short message service. We all of you know what is the SMS. That is revealed in when we were discussing about this 2G. Okay. वहाँ पे ये उस टाइम जब हमारा सेलुलर कॉन्सेप्ट आया था, उस टाइम ये हमारी जो कुछ सर्विसेज थी जो बहुत ज़्यादा पॉपुलर हुई थी, लाइक योर SMS. और जब हम 3G में आए तो हमारे मल्टीमीडिया मैसेजेस वगैरह स्टार्ट हुए. ओके, सो इफ़ यू रिमेंबर उस टाइम शॉर्ट मैसेज में हम मल्टीमीडिया मैसेज भेजते थे जब हमारे पास एक एंड्रॉयड फ़ोन्स नहीं हुआ करते थे. सो उस 2G में ये बहुत ज़्यादा पॉपुलर हुए थे. सो दिस GSM SMS provides a connection less transfer of message with low capacity. In December 1992, the first short message sent from a PC to a mobile station and was delivered in the Vodafone GSM network in the United Kingdom, UK. Maximum character that can be used in this is 160 characters. To allow message longer than 160 character, SMS connection and SMS your compression have been defined and incorporated. So in starting in 1995, okay, only we have to use the servers this SMS with the only 160 SMS, 160 कैरेक्टर. उसके बाद हमें जो सेंड करना होता था मैसेज, वो दूसरा मैसेज सेंड करना होता था. बट नाउ वी हैव अ फैसिलिटी कि हम एक ही मैसेज में हम वो टाइप करके सेंड कर सकते हैं, बट दैट विल काउंट 2 or 3 एज पर द अकॉर्डिंग ऑफ कैरेक्टर्स, how many characters you are using in this case. Now the short messages are transported on the GSM SDCH single channel. Two types of GSM short messages, that is SAL broadcast service and point-to-point service used in the case of this SMS. So this is the SMS architecture. Okay, this operating your originating mobile station जहाँ से हम type कर रहे हैं. So GSM network short message, that is your short message service center is available here, that is connected as GSM network. Okay, here terminating mobile station available here, and obviously जैसा कि हम सभी को पता है कि terminating मतलब second hand mobile station जहाँ पे है, and वो receive कब होगा, when we have this SIM. Okay, subscriber this identity module. Okay, so you can see over here मोबाइल स्टेशन के अंदर एक सिम है जहाँ पे हमारा बेस स्टेशन से वो मैसेज डिलीवर होगा. So all the parts, all the components are available, whatever are available in GSM, that is your MSC, BSC, okay, and short message service center is available, networking, MSC. So all these are, because overall we are using this service in GSM, so all the architecture is same. The only thing is SIM is introduced over here, because without SIM you are not going to receive the signal, this message over there.